good morning. Lovely to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's live. Today is a full body workout. We're not going to be using any equipment. Today we are going to be sculpting our arms, working our abs, toning and firming our glutes and thighs, and we're also going to be stretching before, during, and after. To feel great after completing this workout. It's going to be an amazing start to your day, or at whatever time you're tuning in, you're going to feel really well worked, really well stretched, and toned up. So, as I said, we don't have any equipment. We're just going to be using body weight. However, if you do want to step up the intensity, feel free to throw on a pair of ankle weights. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with our warm-up. So I'm going to come into a kneeling position, but you could be stood up if that's more comfortable for you. Whether you're standing or kneeling, we want to stack the vertebra one on top of the other, draw the shoulders down away from the ears, lengthen up through the crown of the head. I'm going to place my hands on my thighs here, and we're going to inhale to prepare, and exhale to sweep the right arm back, reaching and stretching, looking out over right shoulder, and then bring the hand back to the thigh, and then reach and stretch, rotating on the spine, bringing the left arm back, and then back to center. And then we're going to take both arms up together, rolling the shoulders down and back. Hands return to the thighs. Let's repeat that sequence. Sweep back with the right arm as you exhale, and back to center to inhale. Sweep back with the left arm, and back to center, and we'll take both arms up together for a nice big shoulder roll. Last one. Reach back through those right fingertips, getting a nice rotation around the thoracic spine as you pull the arm back, opening through the chest, and lifting and lengthening into that double arm circle. Nicely done. Now we're going to get some lateral bends in here. Again, you can be standing or cross-legged, like so. Make sure you're even across your hips. We're going to reach and stretch through the left fingertips, lengthening through the side body, and then lower the arm. Reach and stretch through those right fingertips, bringing the ear toward the shoulder. Nice. Inhale to center. Exhale to reach and stretch. Good. We'll take one more each side. Lengthening and stretching. And last one. Amazing work. Lower the hands. I'm going to come into a kneeling position here, and we're just going to warm up the hips and the thighs. So in all fours, I'm going to drop my left forearm down to the floor so it's parallel with the top of the mat. I'm going to take the right leg out on a diagonal, so taking it away from the body. We're going to lift the leg for 1, 2, finding length out through that big toe, and 3. Then we're going to circle in for 1, and 2, and 3. Amazing. Extend the leg out long. Tap. 1, lift. 2, lift. 3, lift. And circle in for 1. Lubricating the hip joint. Nice big exaggerated circles. And 3, extend and lower. Let's take that over to the other side. So dropping down onto that right forearm. Extending the left leg out long. Lifting and lengthening. And then circling that knee in. Good. Warming up the hip joint. Extending and lengthening the muscles in the leg. 1, 2, and 3. And circle it in for 1, and 2, and 3. Nice lengthening, and lower that leg. Amazing. Now we're turning to the all fours position. We're just going to move through a couple of cat-cows to really make sure that the spine is nice and mobilized before we start our workout. So we're going to drop the belly, roll the shoulders down away from the ears, inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone, scoop the abdominals in, and drop the crown of the head, creating a lot of space between the vertebrae. Inhale, drop the belly, arch, roll those shoulders down away from the ears as the gaze comes up, and then push the mat away. Breathing out, lift through your abdominal wall. Good, 2 more. Inhale, roll those shoulders down, arching, and then exhale. Really nice big round through that spine, pushing the mat away, separating the vertebra, and then return to a neutral position. Nice work. We're going to move into some upper body work from here. So I'd like you to step your right foot back, step your left foot back, and gently lower down onto the mat with control. Nicely done. When you're down on the mat, we're going to take our legs about shoulder distance apart, and we're going to stretch our arms out long and start to work the upper back muscles and the backs of the arms. So we're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to pull back, knitting the shoulder blades together. Then we're going to extend the arms, just hover the arms up off the floor, turn so the palms are facing out, and then rotate around. So you're drawing a nice big circle in the air. Palms are facing in toward each other here. Little fingers are up toward the ceiling. We're hovering the chest, and we're going to pump the arms for 1, 2, 3, contracting those upper back muscles, and lower the hands down by the shoulders, lower the chest. Good, let's repeat that sequence. We're lifting up, gaze stays down on the floor. We're extending the arms out long. We're pulling back, lifting the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together, extending the arms out long, sweeping them around and back so the palms are facing in toward each other, and we're pumping those arms. 1, 2, 3, lower arms. Let's repeat. Lift, extend, pull arms back, extend, sweep arms back, switch on the backs of the arms as we pump. 1, 2, 3, and lower. Good. Extend, pull back, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Extend, sweep those arms back, lift a little higher. Pump. 1, 2, 3, and lower hands. 3 more sets. Extend, pull back, sweep those arms back. 1, 2, 3, and lower. Good. Last 2 sets. Give it a lot of energy. Pull back. Extend, sweep arms back. Pump those arms. 1, 2, 3. Squeezing backs of the arms. Good. Last set. Pull it back. Extend, sweep arms around. 1, 2, 3, and hold. And we're going to hold here for another 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeezing the backs of the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bring the hands down by the shoulders. Deep inhale here, and exhale, push yourself up into an all fours. Nicely done. Okay, from here we're going to ensure that our wrists, our elbows, and our shoulders are in alignment. I'm going to walk my hands just a little bit further out in front of the shoulders, keeping those arms parallel, lengthening through the neck and the spine. We're going to go into some forearm taps here to work the triceps. So we're lowering the forearms so the elbows are hovering above the floor, and then pushing up through the heels of the hands. Lower, lift. Now you really want to make sure, guys, that you've got your weight in the heels of the hands so that you can really feel the work into those triceps. Focus your mind and your attention on the triceps doing the work to lift the body back into that straight arm position. Good. Every time you lift, I'd like you to breathe out and contract the abdominal wall. Good. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Keep the tension on the triceps. Never fully letting the triceps relax. Lower and lift. So you're not spending a lot of time at the top of the movement. Good. And 1. Good. Now from here, we're going to lower, and we're going to go into a double pulse. So we're lowering, pulse, pulse, and lift. Lower, pulse, pulse, and lift. Good work. 8 more sets. Pulse, pulse, and lift. Good. For 7. Weight in the heels of the hands. And 6. Plug belly to spine. 5, triceps working hard. For 4, 3, you're doing great. 2, you should feel it burning in those triceps. And last 1, nicely done. Really good work with those pulses. Okay, from here we're going to go into a low plank to continue to strengthen the upper body, but we're also going to add some core work in. So we're lowering down onto those forearms. The forearms are parallel and we want the elbows below the shoulders. I'm going to step the right foot back and then step the left foot back, coming into a low plank, creating a nice flat line with the body. Push the mat away up through those elbows so that you're broad across the shoulders. Option 1, you're going to dip the right hip to the side while lowering the right knee for support, and then come to center, then lower the left knee as you dip the left hip down toward the mat. Harder variation, you're not including those knee taps. So you're just dipping the right hip to the side, dipping the left hip to the side, controlling it with your upper body strength. So pick your level of challenge, let's go. Coming over to the right, coming over to the left, scooping your belly in. Breathing out as you lower the hip down toward the mat. Don't worry about whether or not it touches. Just focus on working that upper body strength and that waistline as you dip from side to side. Good, creating a rainbow shape in the air with that bum, lifting those hips up, scooping the belly in, and then bringing the hips down toward the mat. Good, let's go 6, 5, you're doing great, stick with it. For 4, abs in, and 3, 2, and final 1, and back to center. Lower your knees down to the mat, take them nice and wide, and sink back into child's pose. Breathing deeply here, regulating the breath, breathing in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Whew, nice work with that upper body strengthening. We're going to move down onto our backs to really work the core now. So I'd like you to roll down one vertebra at a time. Use your hands to help you if you need. Lowering with control. And we're going to take our interlaced fingers behind the head. So nice open chest here. The knees are bent, legs are hip distance apart. We're going to go into some alternating crunches here. So we're inhaling to prepare. And we're exhaling to bring the right knee in toward the chest, then lower, and then bring the left knee into the chest and lower. Good. Inhale to lower. Exhale, peel head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. And as you do so, you're imprinting your lower back on the mat. So really flattening your lumbar spine down to the floor as you engage the core and lift up into that crunch. Good. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Let's go 4 and 3. Really warming up that abdominal wall. For 2. Keep those elbows nice and wide. And 1. Good work. Okay. Now from here, we're going to bring the legs into a tabletop position. We're going to lift up into a crunch. Lower the right leg. Lower the left leg. For 3, alternating sides. 4 and 5. Hold and lower head, neck, and shoulders. Repeat. 5 toe taps and then lower head, neck, and shoulders. So we're peeling up, holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down, relax head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up into your crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower with control. Nice work. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, peel up. Lift a little bit higher into your crunch if you can. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you're finding it too much with head, neck, and shoulders lifted, you can keep them lowered for those tabs. Otherwise, lift up into your crunch and carry on. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down. 2 more sets. Lift up nice and high. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down. Good. Last set. Lift it up. Head rests in the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice work. Bring the knees in. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Amazing. Now we're going to go into some oblique work. So options, it looks like this. Either you've got your left foot down on the floor, the right hand is holding the back of the head, the left hand is coming up and over. We're inhaling here and we're exhaling to cross over as we bring that right knee in toward the chest. The left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Or you can step up the intensity by keeping that left leg in a tabletop position as you cross over, like so. So pick your level of challenge. That left foot is down on the mat or it's elevated in tabletop. Left hand is overhead. We're inhaling here and we're exhaling, lower and cross over. Inhale and exhale. Good. So as you come up and cross over, you're lifting that left shoulder blade up off the mat. You're shortening the distance between your ribs and your hip bone so you can really get deep into those obliques on the right side. Good. We've got 6 and 5. Crossing it over for 4. Amazing work. Last 3. Stick with it. For 2. And final 1. Amazing. Now, bringing both feet down onto the floor, switching, bringing the left hand behind the head, right arm comes over the shoulder. And from here, that right foot is down on the floor or you're picking it up into the tabletop. Lowering left toes down to the mat and crossing over. Lower and cross over. Getting into those side crunches as you pick that right shoulder blade right up off the mat. Good. Lift a bit higher. We've got 5, 4. Lift that shoulder blade for 3. Belly to spine. 2. Last 1. Amazing work. Lower both feet down to the floor. Now we're going to go into some continuous crisscrosses to really make sure we targeted those obliques well. So option 1, you've got your feet on the floor and you're crossing over, bringing elbow to knee. Option 2, you've got your legs, one extended, one bent in. We're going to cross over, whichever version you're doing, and then cross over. Good. Keeping those elbows nice and wide, the head supported with the hands. Good. Pressing your low back into the mat. And if you're extending the legs, you're really pointing through the toes. Good. We've got 6, 5. Really pick those shoulders up off the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Lower head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Amazing work. Okay, final exercise here. We're going to go into some lower abdominal work. Now, option 1, you're going to take your hands, creating sort of a triangle shape and putting them on either side of your tailbone to support your lower back. Option 2, you've got your hands behind your head and you're peeling up into a crunch. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. We're bringing the knees in, legs are squeezing together. We're extending the legs out long, lifting and lowering the knees. So we're extending, lifting the legs and bending the knees in toward the chest. Okay, so pick your level of challenge. I'm going to come up into my crunch, extend, lift, and bend. Lower head, neck, and shoulders between each rep if you're crunching up. Good. Lift, extend, lift, and bend. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Good. Extend, lift the legs. Use those lower abs. Bend the knees in and lower head, neck, and shoulders. Peel up. Shoot the legs up. Squeeze them together as you lift, bend, and lower. Nicely done. Lift those legs. Keep the legs squeezing together the entire time. Good. Working those lower abs as you shoot the legs up and lift using your core strength. We've got 3 more sets. Good. And 2. And on our last one, we're going to come out, lift and hold, and flutter the legs slowly. Good. You can have a bend in those knees if needed, otherwise the legs are straight. Fluttering slowly, working those abs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs together, lower them down. Amazing work. Roll over onto your stomach. Take your hands down on the mat, keeping the forearms down into a cobra stretch, or coming up onto those palms to stretch out the abdominal wall. Breathing deeply here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice stretch. Okay, now we're going to switch our focus onto our glutes and thighs. So I would like you to move into an all fours position, or you can come down on those forearms if that's going to be too much on your wrists. So come to the top of your mat. I'm going to start off with my left leg. The knees are below the hips. The wrists are below the shoulders. From this position, we're going to extend the left leg out long, and we're balancing across those shoulders and hips, so try not to lean to one side or the other. We're going to bring the knee in, extend the leg out, lower, lift the leg, repeat. In, out, lower, lift, in, out, lower, lift. So as you perform this movement, I want you to really focus on squeezing those glutes and thighs, particularly as you extend that leg, lower and lift it. You want to be really switching on the thighs and the glutes, focusing on those left lower body muscles working. Good. And keeping your torso really still and stable so you can isolate this work in those left glutes and thighs. Good, so pushing the mat away from you, tightening the core, all those checkpoints. Good. Squeeze the bum. And last set. Now we're going to bend and extend the leg. So 10, 9, full extension, pointing hard through the toes. 8, 7, 6, belly to spine, nice stability and control. For 4, full extension before bringing that knee in. 2, and 1, hold it here. Really stabilize yourself across your shoulders, nice broad shoulders, engaged core. Point and lengthen through those toes and pulse the leg. Good. Little controlled pulses up toward the ceiling, pointing through those toes. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower leg. Now we're going to repeat that same sequence, but on a diagonal. So I'd like you to lower your left forearm down to the floor, your right forearm, and extend that left leg out on a diagonal. So we're continuing to work that left side. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears, your neck is long. So we're bringing that knee in, extending the leg out on a diagonal, lifting, lowering, repeating. In, out, lift, lower, repeat. That's 3. Good. And 4. Working into the side booty as we come out on that diagonal. Good work, working into the waistline here too. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears. Last 3. And 2. And final 1. We're extending and then we're bending, extending for 10. 9. 8. Nice long relaxed neck. 7. You can do it. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold on that diagonal and pulse. Little controlled pulses here. Breathe through it. I know it's tough. Keep that leg elevated. Final stretch for this side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, that leg is on fire. Lower down and stretch out the glutes and the spine and the hips in your child's pose. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, got to do the other side. So, stabilizing yourself across those shoulders, knees below the hips, nice long spine. We're extending the right leg out long, bending, extending, lifting, and lowering. Good. Tap, lift, bend, extend. Tap, lift, bend, extend. So now really focusing your attention on the right side. Focusing on warming up those right glutes, squeezing right thighs. Good. As you lift that leg, I want you to really contract your glutes. Nice work. Try not to lean over to the left side. Keep yourself nice and stable here. 2 more sets. Extend, tap, lift. Good. Extend, tap, lift. Nice work. Hold it here. Lengthen through the toes. And then bend, extend. Bend, extend. Let's go. 8. 7. Belly to spine. 6. Full extension. For 5. Squeeze the glutes and thighs. 4. 3. 2. And 1, hold it here, nice broad shoulders, and pulse. Lengthen out through the big toe. Pulse that heel up toward the ceiling. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower, take the left forearm down to the floor, extend the right leg out on that diagonal, lengthen through the neck, bring it up. Lift and lower. Good. In, tap, lift. In, tap, lift. In, tap, lift. Really working into that waistline at the same time. You'll feel this into your obliques. So contract your core, make it count. Full extensions, even though you're moving at a pace. You want each movement to be really purposeful and precise. Good work. Nearly there. 2. Last 1. And hold. Bend, extend. Bend, extend. 8. 7. 6. Squeeze the glutes. 5. Belly to spine. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Hold on that extension and pulse. Good work, guys. Woo, we're nearly there. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Take the knees nice and wide. Keep the hips elevated. And stretch into a puppy pose. Ooh, I'm sweating. Okay, breathe it out here. Breathing in through the nose. And then try to control your exhale. Breathing slowly out through pursed lips. Inhale and exhale. Amazing. Now from here, step back into a plank. Fold your left leg under your body and stretch your right leg out long behind you. Bringing yourself up into a pigeon pose or folding over that leg. Whatever feels more comfortable for you, whatever deepens the stretch in those hips and glutes for you right now. Relax your shoulders, lengthen through your spine. Cooling the body down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Gently come up and then fold your right leg under your body. Make sure that back leg is nice and straight out behind you. And then you can stay elevated or lower down, folding over your bent leg. Good. Now from here, we're going to plant the hands down on the mat, step back into plank, and then elevate those hips up toward the ceiling, stretching the shoulders here, lengthening through the back body. I want you to really flatten out your upper back, so bend as much as you need to into those knees, and then we're gonna just pedal out the feet. So drawing alternating heel down to the mat, keeping the back nice and flat, keeping the hips elevated for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Level out the heels, soften the knees. Bring yourself down onto the mat. You can cross your legs or kneel. We're gonna lift our shoulders up by our ears. Inhale and exhale, roll them down and back. Inhale, lift, and exhale, roll them down and back. Amazing work. That was super challenging. I feel great, and I hope you do too. I love that you joined me this morning or whatever time you're tuning in, and I really look forward to our next live together. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, guys. You did so well. I'll see you again soon. Bye.